Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Ross McCorkle. We've heard a lot already about the differences between Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin in the way that they run practice. Chiefly, you've heard that Mike McCarthy's practice are a bit more rigid, structured. There's no benches. The coaches aren't allowed on the field until warm-ups are done. He maximizes every last minute. All of that is good and well, but it ultimately means nothing unless the product on the field changes. So here's some of what we can expect. Mike McCarthy, in his 18 seasons coaching in the NFL, has had a top 10 offense 12 times by scoring and 11 times by total yards. Mike Tomlin, for comparison, in the 19 seasons he was with the Steelers, had a top 10 offense 6 times in both categories. The contrast gets even more stark when looking at the top 5. On the contrary, Mike Tomlin had a top defense way more times than Mike McCarthy did. What we're seeing is a complete paradigm shift, and yeah, we all knew that Mike Tomlin was a defensive-minded coach, and we all knew Mike McCarthy was an offensive-minded coach, but there's almost 2 decades of track record to look at for both of them, and we can probably expect a much better offense this year. Just look at all the factors. Mike McCarthy being probably the main one, and having a much more aggressive play-calling style than Mike Tomlin ever did. But you also have Aaron Rodgers and the continuity that comes with having a quarterback in back-to-back years. It's the first time Pittsburgh's had a back-to-back year quarterback in week 1 since Ben Roethlisberger. And then you consider adding players like Michael Pittman Jr., Jeremy Bernard, and Rico Dowdle. Maybe even some addition by subtraction by getting rid of Jonnu Smith, making room for more Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington. And let's not forget the offensive line, the line that's been heavily invested in over the last few years, finally coming into its own. Another year of experience together and another year better. So when looking at expectations for the 2026 Steelers, I think it's perfectly reasonable to expect this offense to be not just a little bit better, but a lot better. The offense has been bottom half, or in some cases much worse, for 5 or 6 years now. Call me crazy, but I think that we are in for a top 10 finish in 2026. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.